Family, welcome back to the channel. Join me and let's make this delicious yummy jollof rice. A very quick recipe for the entire family that you will enjoy. So to start off today, what we're gonna do is we put our oil into our saucepan. I had already boiled my chicken and some meat that I was going to use for the recipe today. You know, with jollof rice you need your chicken stock or your beef stock just to make it extra delicious. Okay, it's much needed, but you can always do away with. Okay, so what I'm doing now is that I want to release all the flavors of the chicken into the oil. We need those flavors right from the onset. So I've added the chicken to the oil and frying it this way. You can equally fry it in your deep fryer if you so wish, but trust me, this process releases all the flavors into the jollof rice that we'll be making today. Okay, so I first fried my meat and took it out because you don't need the meat to fry for so long, otherwise you lose all these nutrients, and it's already been through a lot of cooking processes. Okay, and then I've done the chicken, taken it out. I also wanted to use some fish to serve the jollof rice because not all of us use the chicken for it. Others are gonna have it with the fish, so I fried the fish in the same oil as well, again to release the flavors in there. Right, so once all of that was done, I fried my onion, pepper, ginger, garlic. So that's what I fried first, and then once that was fried completely, I added my tomato paste, as you can see. Okay, so we're making our stew base, the sauce for the jollof rice. Okay, so once that was also done, I had already blended my tomato and pepper and bell peppers as well, all of that in there. I'll be listing the ingredients in the description box, so please look out for that. Okay, yeah, so once that was all done, tomatoes went inside and then cooked that thoroughly. Okay, once it's cooked, you see that it starts bubbling up and oil begins to settle at the top. That's when you know it's ready. Depending on the quantity you are using, I did this process for almost about 20 minutes before I got here. It always depends upon the quantity that you are using. Okay, so I begin to spice it up once the oil settles on top. So you can see I've added some onga tomato stew powder, okay, just to sweeten it up. And then I've also added some shrimp powder. Earlier on you saw that I've added some thyme in there. Okay, yeah, and then some curry powder. Everything will be listed. I had an old stew in the fridge that, you know, I didn't need any longer, so I just thought let's add it to this one. Okay, perfect. So once we're happy, we add a bit of the stock into the stew. Then I'll be able to take some and set on the side. If anybody wants you to eat rice or anything like that, or for my next batch of jollof rice, I can always go for it and make my life easier. So whilst I was doing all this, rice was already washed on the side. I advise you wash it on the side, you know, for it to dry out a bit before you come and add. You don't want it to be too wet when you want to start toasting your rice. Okay, so it had already dried out, so I added it on here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the toasting process. I like to toast my jollof in the pan before I add any water to it to cook it. Okay, just so you know, it's you see. Yes, I'm looking for that. I don't want it so wet, so watery and all that, not so dry. I don't like it like that. But if you toast it, you're able to get it just perfect. Okay, so once that is done, then I added the stock and the water to it. So at this point, you've already toasted, it's almost cooked. You add your water, you don't need too much. and I felt I needed a bit of salt, so I just sprinkled some pink Himalayan salt in there for taste. Okay, and then we're just gonna let it cook, and then halfway through that, once it's soaked up all the juices in it, we want to turn it. Jollof rice is a turning business, and you need to always make sure your heat is on a low so you don't burn it all the way through. Okay, so once we're happy, we cover with a parchment paper, and then we let it cook through again. After about 15 minutes, you come back again, then you turn and turn. You can see I've added some vegetables, added some carrots and bell peppers. Do as you so wish. Okay, so at this point, you can see your girl cannot resist it. It was so yummy, guys. It was so yummy. I've already added my meat and everything. You can see this was so yummy, guys. Give it a try and come and thank me later. I hope you have enjoyed watching today's recipe. Please subscribe to the channel. Okay, turn on your notification bell so anytime I upload a video, you will not miss it. Be part of the dinner with the Raja family. Thank you for watching.